Hey everyone, this is Erath and Zegma from SoCal GG, and we're here to wrap up those other 5 turns that we had for the first 12 that we so graciously attempted to complete last time. And yeah, Zegma, you want to give a shout out?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finish up this first year. I was worried that we'd have to do year two by the time we were done with this, but we're good. So we have some time.
All right, so turn 8, right? Yep.
Turn 8, yeah.
Okay, and like our format before, are you going to let me know which ones are boring or not? Or are we going to click through each of them?
What do you want to do? I guess we should ask people if they liked that or not. But let's finish it out that way. Let's read his messages, and then I'll click through them on my end, and then tell you which ones to watch or not.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to take a look through here. And again, you guys could pause at this point in the video if you see something interesting, just because I don't want to sit here and read it to you, because that makes things even harder to read, kind of.
All right, first one from Pangea.
Wow, okay.
All right. Okay, I want to watch that.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be fun. 8 white centaur versus that many barbs. That's a lot, but I bet they could do it.
I've seen Centaurs do some gnarly shit until they like accidentally run into one of the barbarian chiefs at the front, and it just fucking smashes through one of them.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was
this is
the
expo
expansion
we talked about.
Yeah, yeah.
This was the Long Dead Horseman expo, I think, right? Yeah, yeah.
Half bet, half won. All right, glass half full kind of dude. Nice.
TNN. Let's see. It's a longer one.
Everybody's griping about those the expansion misplays.
Yeah. I think by turn 8 or 9, everyone has one turn of like, ah, shit.
Oh yeah, that Swamp Drake one was pretty wild.
What happened with the Swamp Drake?
Killed his expo leader in some assassination battle.
Oh, right.
He thought it was a frog. Oh, he thinks he's got a fat Diplo Malice. That might be true, considering he's playing TNN again and again.
Yeah, I'm still surprised that happened, but see how it goes.
Ooh, border agreements. Hmm.
If it's bad, do as elves do. Elves always have the fallback option of elfing. All right, let's take a look. Let's see that first Russ battle. Nothing super relevant. Just regular expansion.
Dang, you read this really fast. Okay, so first one, worth it or no?
First Russ, just go ahead and click on it. That's just regular expansion.
No.
The next one, the Pangea one, is the Barbarian one, so definitely watch that one.
Ooh, fun time.
All right, so let's see. The Bless was shock, fire, resist, defense, +3 blur, blood surge, righteous wrath, dark vision, a shit ton of heroism, and awareness. So it's a pretty high amount of defense. 23 defense with 3 stars. Although I don't know. I mean, you get harassed down even at super high amounts, but with 2 attacks on the way out, it might do it.
Yeah, I mean, that Blurred is going to give him a little bonus on that too. Berserker.
The Berserker is going to reduce their defense though. So let's see. I think they'll win.
I think Berserker's going to take him to the end. Look at all them barbs. This is normally like a stack you do not want to see.
There's a wraparound going to the back line.
Wait, what's this guy doing? Is he gonna save the day?
Oh shit! I think. Oh, he was limped and crippled, so he saved the white Minotaur.
That was funny. I guess cripple expansion. Let's go. Wow, they didn't even
They hit
route
the cripple, and then they all routed immediately afterward.
Wow, I thought they were gonna have like some berserkers left over, just holding the ground while everyone ran. No, they even kept their squad.
Yeah, it's the three chiefs died, so they must have died. Oh, that's probably why they routed. The chiefs got nuked out.
Yep.
Yeah, those chiefs are rough. If you manage to kill them early on, then it's not too bad. Okay, let's see what's up next. Vanheim, you click on it. It's just Van Heer's, shredding.
Yep. Lawnmower.
Next Russ, click on it. Next one, the Bulwarks, also just more Van Heer expansion. Jira, unmarked expansion. Let's go ahead and watch the Impassable Mountains.
Impossible. What the?
So a bunch of wet ones. I guess it's a Merc. I don't know where they got all the wet ones from.
Yeah.
Yeah, one captain. All aboard the party van.
Are they gonna like accidentally route because the wet ones? Oh well, they do have berserk, but I don't know if they run away. They're gonna route the.
Yeah, they're in front of the Zerkers, so I think it's gonna HP route themselves here against all those heavy cav.
Oh no! There goes the wet ones. Are they gonna stay berserk? Oh my.
They routed before they were able to
Oh, they got
started berserking.
Yeah, blood surge. That was misleading me. They weren't berserk.
Oh yeah, they're just surging.
Oh man, stupid wet ones.
Pale ones are just so rough. They're so bad.
Yeah. No, thank you. I wouldn't take them anywhere.
Specifically the wet ones. All right, let's see what we got. That's what did they lose out of that? They lost one Van Heer. Oh no, it ran away. Oh, so it didn't seem like they lost all that much beyond the Mercs and just didn't not expanding.
They lost 4 Veneer and well, maybe the Mercs didn't cost much. I hope.
I think it's more the opportunity cost of the expansion than what they actually lost. I think.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Great Feral. Let's watch it because watching White Centaurs are always fun.
Dang, is Pan being sweaty?
Pan's being a little sweaty.
God, White Centaur just do so much work, man.
Especially with they do so well with the Dominions 5 stat res buff. Like that bless is just lifted straight out of Dominions 5, and it's great.
Yeah, look at those stats. He hasn't even berserked yet. Oh, and they're ghouls, so they should trigger surge.
The back line, at least they have is 2 priests. But that can be dangerous. Ooh, okay.
I want to see these guys with all their.
Yeah, fully stated out with Blood Surge, 23 defense, 16 attack. Oh, this one's not even berserking. Are there any of these berserking?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think any of them are berserking.
Pan does not care about your ghoul.
All right, let's see what's next. That was Great Feral. Okay. Living Mark, just regular expansion, but more Valkyries, so the fire shield, which is neat.
Nice.
6 Valkyries taking out 26 heavy infantries and 13 slingers is not bad. 0 losses.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and watch Typhelia, just because it's funny.
Are they still doing these Windlord? Whoa, these Windlord snipe. Oh no, that's a. Wind Raiders. Oh!
Chickens versus chickens.
What? Go!
Who has the better bless, the Indies or the player?
Oh no, this is looking weird, man. Whoa.
Yeah, it was a lot of mount loss.
Ooh, shocking grasp. If he hits the commander, she hits the commander.
It was the route.
There we go. Okay, more unknown expansion. All right, pretty good there.
All right. Always fun seeing mirror images like that. All right, up next, Resting Heights. That's just more of the Mark expansion. What are they called again? The Wave Breakers. I forgot their name.
Shipwreckers.
Breakers. There it is. Yeah, Shipwreckers still.
They're still going.
Incredible work.
Oh my god.
That mark is ridiculous.
Yeah, Shipwreckers carrying Vanheim.
Unaphilia is just Tinham expansion, and it was pointed out to me because they were right. I was wrong. I misspoke and said that they are 2 bless points. They are single bless points, but still big giant holy guys. Yeah, they just absolutely smash anything like that. Bolfagon is more of the Onishugo Thug expansion. Just fun to watch if you want to watch it.
You know, let's just remind ourselves. Just really quick because it's kind of cool.
Yeah, what's the bless again? Unholy, shock resistance, hard skin, regeneration, and fortitude. Yeah, that's one hell of a bless. On top of the 30 hit points, yeah. I think that's mostly immune to mundane stuff at that point. 26 prot, full resistances, 30 HP with regen, yeah.
Those bad boys doing work.
This is like the anime protagonist right now.
Yeah, he's going nowhere. All right, what do we got next?
That was Wolfagon. Gillidan is Sacred Elves just clearing up basic stuff. Encircled Swamp is more White Centaurs, just absolutely wrecking everything.
Yeah, I don't need to watch them do their work anymore.
Litho, Seal Guards, more Sacred expansion.
Okay.
These Valkyries with this bless are performing way better than I would have expected at the beginning. This is on Anvast.
Should we watch it?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I never would have given the amount they're showing in this.
All right, where's the snipe? Oh, no snipe. Okay.
Probably good, or else all those cab would have hit the dis, and that would have been the end of that.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. They're rocking on holy weapons, so they're getting nothing, but still holding their own.
Yeah, but the Fire Shield and Invulnerability, I guess, is just doing really well. And they do have 18 defense, or 17 before the experience.
A lot of dudes shooting themselves, too.
Still, those 7 Valkyries got 25 kills and only 2 deaths against a bunch of heavy cav, which can be really tough in next match.
Yeah, no, that's solid.
Adgold, Hellherdings, just killing a bunch of dead.
Jesus.
Let's see. No peaks, just more chickens killing archers. Nothing huge. Halbrithia is a Dione, just complete, not even a fair fight. How did he kill 7 out fear? Right. And I was like, how did they only kill 7?
The wolves.
Let's go ahead and watch Shepherd's Haven.
Watching TNN do some elf stuff.
We have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Tuatha warriors versus a bunch of militia and heavy infantry.
Let's see, do they have heroism all done? Oh, no.
These ones have no experience. These are fresh recruits.
They're only, what, like 300 years old?
They're only 113.
Wow, babies. Elven children.
I'll go and press C so it turns on the colored cubes. So it also shows the health. Okay, I mean, it looks like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing right now.
Whoa.
Okay, so what happened there? Just an HP route?
Maybe the commander got hit and flipped.
The commander took 3 damage, but it attacked after that, and then I guess it just lost a morale roll.
Said they had 8 when they first came in here? Yeah, I
they
guess
had
that's
4. No, I think it's just an unlucky morale roll on 3 damage.
TNN's having a tough time with some expansions.
No. Silverwold, Valkyries. I mean, this time they're beating up Burke. How do you pronounce that? Burke rides, the cavemen. Which is interesting because they all have fire resist, and I feel like most of the damage vector of these Valkyries is the fire shield, which I think just points out as to how terrible these units are. Burke rides are just the worst.
But Burke rides smash.
All right, let's see. Tinan, Fangilia. There we go. That's the better expansion. No failed morale roll there.
Yeah, I was expecting that other group to kill all of them.
Let's watch Wycliffe. Because I'm still amazed at how well it's doing.
Oh, yeah, cool. Oh, there's 2.
See, what are they buffing up? Blessing, Stone Skin. Oh, personal Stone Skin and personal Iron Skin. There seems to have been a little scripting mistake there. Resist fire, protective winds. And then just lightning bolt.
Yeah, and shockwave, I think. Oh, they're throwing spears.
And shockwaves, yeah. They're surprisingly tough. I guess, yeah, they have the built-in fire plate with the iron skin. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not like crazy high.
Yeah. Oh, +3 awe. So that's what it is. They're adding on top of their base awe, another the bless awe, so they're 6 awe.
Aw, yeah. Whoa.
Still, against all those archers, doesn't do a shit. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, they got protective. They got air shield on them.
Oh yeah, you're right. Protective winds. Yeah, they did pretty good. I feel like I'd be biting my nails the entire time if I was trying to do this.
Yeah, it's they're still pretty expensive. So it's not like it's a small investment exactly for this expansion, but I mean, in terms of turns, it makes sense.
That's 1,100 gold in that expansion,
Yeah,
and
that's a lot.
actually 8 recruitment points. So that's still a decent amount of recruitment just to do those two.
Yeah, no, that's actually really expensive.
Yeah, that's what 4 turns of recruiting and 1,100 gold.
Yeah. Like comparing that to like, these groups of 8 white centaur, like the gold
Yeah.
differential's insane.
One, it's just more regular expansion. They try to keep these going, so we're not here for another hour for another
Yeah.
4 turns. Caverns, another regular expansion. Banded Hills is a throne ping. So is Pangea going to go for an early throne? It's an easier throne to take. They'll absolutely destroy that with the white centaur. And then Cohere is the one of the easiest expansions I've ever seen.
That's a lot committed to that.
When I see only a couple units like that, I just naturally assume it's Obscuro or whatever his name is. I forget. So maybe that was the deal. And you missed the last thing. We had a special event that happened in the Omniscience land. We got a Staff of Flame Focus and some gold.
Stay focused. I was talking to you,
All right, let's take a look at the whole map.
Okay, it looks like, expansion's getting close to wrapping up, but not quite. There's still tons of indies.
Arco, there's still a couple indies. Between Arco and Vanheim, there's actually a big pile of indie land.
There's a shit ton of indies.
Yeah. Between Yomi and FOMO, there's some. There's a huge amount between Yomi and Kalem.
Look at all this below TNN. They've got all this. Nobody filled it in yet.
Yeah, that's the spot I'm looking at between Yomi and Kalem, also between TNN and Helheim. It's a large amount of unfilled in land. I guess it does only turn 8.
Look at Salem's cap circle still. What's going on here?
Oh, you're right. They went south, but they don't have the north. And Pan is expanding in their direction. Interesting.
Oh, Pan is going to see this and be like, okay.
That's interesting because Salem is expanding so well with those Eagle Kings.
Why did they go south so far? Yeah, you know what? I think they maybe showed half the map that they're having expansion troubles, and then the other half the map they went really far. And that kind of creates some lopsided show of force. Like, look, they're already 3 from their cap. And then on the opposite end, they have all these open spaces.
Yeah, I would love to know more what's going on there. It was Starcrest who was playing it, I think.
Yeah. So I think what that's going to do is it's going to piss off people in the south, and then in the north they're going to be like, no, we're good. We're going to go get in their cap circle. That makes a little bit more sense. A little bit.
With Kalem, you could always jump around so fast that you can recover from stuff like that. But we'll see what happens the next turns. Yeah. Anything else interesting going on?
I'm just checking out people's
looks like Agartha has almost finished conquering their cave.
Oh man, yeah. It looks like they're going really slow right now.
Have they gotten to the surface anywhere? I'm trying to see.
Looks like we got Gartha's. It's in the bottom of the pack, but they're not in last. So
they have one surface expansion right by TNN, and then they have one other one that's going into an indie land. So they have possibly one more they could do before going to war. That's the tough part about starting off in the caves. You're just so slow on the way out.
Yeah, if you're slow on the way out, there's nothing on the surface for you. So looks like FOMO's having a tough time with expansion too. Again, cap circle problems.
Let me see. Oh yeah, there's 2 cap circle lands. One's a swamp, one's a mountain, and then the sea, which is fine. But yeah, well, if they swing across poison plains, they can block that off from Yomi, which is not a terrible plan to kind of expand further out and loop back to kind of hide provinces. But it doesn't look like the expansion troops are out. They're up north, not south.
Yeah, what's going to happen is I think Yomi here is going to close the gap. So they're going to get a province. Yeah, and Salem is going to run into issues.
It's going to be Femoria and Calum, like at the last 2 going for the win.
Yeah. How's Russ? How's Russ doing? It's not looking too hot for Russ, but I mean, they at least have their cap circle, but they look like they're in the bottom of the pack.
They have 10 provinces by 8, but at least, yeah, they have their cap circle, but there's not much room for them to expand. That said, Russ can do very well early on, so that could turn around pretty hard.
Well, and this is the funny thing is the reason why they can't expand is because Salem went south so quick.
Yeah, that is true.
So he's probably like, damn, Salem's huge.
It's that Simpson meme where you like all fit in the front and the back, it's all like tied up.
Yeah. All right, cool. I think we're good.
I think that's it for this turn. Yep. Let's load them the next what? Turn 9.
What do we got, Pangea?
All right, I'm in.
Oh,
Let's
look,
see,
we got right here.
Yep, there's the Calum expansion.
Yeah, so he's like, okay, I noticed he failed expansion, but really he's just lopsided his expansion.
Yeah, I mean, Pan brings up a good point. I forgot who's playing Pan right now.
Amoria.
If you already know you want to go to war with someone, I guess you can let them take a couple extra provinces because you're planning on taking it. I've never really approached it that way, but I could see the reasoning.
Oh. Pan thinks they have an inevitable war with Russ, potentially.
All right, well, let's go through these. All right, Stonegrave Mountains, Dione Thug expansion. We already know how that goes. Forbidden Fields, it's an overkill of white centaurs. Like there's more white centaurs than there are regular units. God's Tomb Mountains. I know, just click on it. It's a loss on Arco's side, but it's not a terribly surprising one. It's a lot of ranged units.
Wow. Yeah.
Still rough on expansion though. Berta, more Valkyrie. Just click on it. Berta, I mean, yeah, these Valkyries, like I'm turning around. I used to kind of dismiss these Valkyries, but they're pretty decent. Flying high defense sacreds is not bad with glamour. Selmian curve. Go ahead and click on it. Just Van Heer's wiping up. Light hills are big giant smashing small little people.
Yeah, this is all like everybody's got their parties filled and they're just filling in the last few provinces.
Yeah. Faircliff, Valkyries again, but even then, 6 Valkyries against 45 heavy infantries and 5 heavy cav, like they're doing really well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I think by far my vote for like most surprisingly effective expanders. These are one-turn parties that are reliably destroying anything they hit with 0 attrition.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised by this one, to be honest. How's that dude
That's
not
just not my
dead?
bingo card.
There we go.
I guess just they're just elves that fly. I guess that's it. They just have glamour and high defense.
Yeah, there's not like a whole lot here, you know?
I keep feeling there's more to it, but it's just the fire shield and the glamour and that defense staying them, keeping them alive just long enough for things to kill themselves on it.
All right.
Especially because they have unholy weapons, so it just feels like there's a lot of bless points that are doing nothing, but it doesn't matter. They don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Kishia, just regular expansion.
Big expansion.
Roka, man, okay. TNN has had some rough expansions, but those shipbreakers have just absolutely like made up for any kind of blunders. Roka is just the Schwarzschimmlers again.
Oh, they're on TNN side. Okay, recovery time. Here to save the day, Mr. Consort.
Helheim. Wait, hasn't TNN had them the whole time, or did someone else have them before?
Yeah, Vanheim had them.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There's the expansion recovery.
So yeah, now they're here to save TNN's day.
It's Valkyries and Hellherdings, which yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good combo.
Yeah, they're tearing it up, man.
I don't know. I'm kind of looking at Helheim more than I have in the past. Also got some fun paths to work with.
I liked Helheim more in Dom 6, but that's me.
In Dom 6 or 5?
Oh, sorry, 5. Dom 5.
Oh.
I'm already in Dom 7, dude.
Dominist White Centaur is just still obliterating everything. So Cloud Mages definitely got a lot of. It feels like they were much scarier in Dominus 5.
What are they doing?
I think they just spam that like air slappy spell instead of lightning abilities. But I remember these guys were just a nightmare to run into. Yeah, they just cast Summon Hawk now.
Oh man, yeah, that's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, but do you remember how tough this guy would be in 5?
Orb Lightning in 5.
Yeah, Orb Lightning and Air Elementals, or just straight up lightning bolts.
Wow, sad. Look at this. He's still got a gem, slacker. Shan. More like Shan the loser.
I mean, yeah, we've had a lot of discussions on the Discord about the AA casting, how it has like specifically neutered low air mages the most. I think this is the best example of it. They just don't do anything.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing for the
Eel, it's just Van Heer's murder blundering stuff.
Go Blenders. You know, Vanheim's probably really sad right now. They're like, why is no one watching our battle replays?
Because you win him too handily. Watch Panomia.
Ooh, our controversial. Oh my god, why is it doing that? Controversial boy, Salem.
A lot of barbarians.
Oh, okay. You know what? I think I know why he cast Stone Skin and Iron Skin in the last fight. Maybe it's right when he got the tech online, so he couldn't script it.
That would make sense.
Oh boy, I don't like this.
No, I don't like this at all. A lot of barbarians.
Oh no.
They're already half fatigued out.
They might break Mist Form.
Now with those 24 hits. Yeah, they just ran away. At least they didn't die.
Dang,
yeah. That's what I mean. It's a lot of barbarian. That's a lot of gold to lose. I wonder if they got out. Can't tell from our records, unfortunately. Skachali Swamps is more White Centaurs. King's Tomb Desert is Wind Riders, just chunking through a bunch of undead. Smother Dark. Just click on it. But that's like those trogs can be tough.
Oh,
Especially even though the Seal Guards are size 6, that Earth Reader's size 4, and they probably just wrapped around and got the commander.
you know what's really concerning here? This is Agartha's only expansion this turn.
Oh, you're right. And they failed it. That's rough.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be pretty far behind if they keep this trend up. What
I guess the
about
nice thing about
Marine?
being in the cave down there is no one is quite aware of how good or bad you're doing. So you have a little bit of like a shield there.
Yeah, no one wants to go down there anyways.
Next up, Emain. Take a click on it. Just small expansion into Unsum Undead. Underspring, a couple of Zots, easy peasy. Orepi, some heavy cav, a light cav. Unmarked doing well with that high attack bless. Dragon Ridge.
Screening on and off here.
More Onishugo, Yomi thugging. I don't think Yomi's failed an expansion yet.
They did once, I think. Remember when they kind of ran out of Ko-Oni for their bandit archers?
Oh, you're right. That did happen one time. Yep. Well, I guess none of the thugs have failed to expand.
True. Yeah, they haven't lost anything of like major value. That party was kind of withering out, anyways.
Shepherd's Heaven, just basic elfing. Behemoth Threats is the exact same thing as Shepherd's Heaven. So there's that TNN turnaround. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 expansions from TNN this turn. Minds of Despair, same thing. Just easy crushing. Those magic weapons helping against the ghost form of the Ko-Onis, I'm certain.
This is probably White Centaur. I'm gonna click on it and make a risk.
Yes, it's a dry fields. Was that it?
Oh damn! Did I click on a? I clicked on a throne fight.
Okay, I think it's a throne.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have rushed that one.
It's almost. It's a lot of. I guess the imps don't do too much to them.
I didn't even see the imps.
Yeah, White Centaur just don't give a fuck.
I think in terms of what I'm seeing, like expansion wise, the White Centaur are probably having the least issue.
I'd put the Valkyries like just a step behind them.
But these guys are so cheap and plentiful.
Are they any cheaper than the Valkyries? Valkyries are 45 gold each, and White Centaur are 55. 12 resources, 29 rec points. About the same res and rec for Valkyries. So they're roughly the same, but I mean, yeah, on a 1-to-1, I think the White Centaurs win.
Yeah, the White Centaurs just have so much on them for those, like stats wise. Yeah, I guess 1-for-1, like the Valkyries are cheaper.
The one thing the Valkyries have in that fight is they have Unholy, which will do a lot to those White Centaurs. They only have 9 protection. And Unholy basically negates the shield parry bonus, so that 17 defense is closer to 13 defense. So yeah, I don't know. With the Unholy, I think it'd be kind of a fair fight.
Kind of. It's just like Pan can just turn around and spam non-sacred centaurs too.
Yeah, that's true. And the last one is special monsters attacking. That's actually a big barbarian horde, but the warriors just don't care.
Wow, that's an annoying horde to get, but thank goodness you had all those freaking giants. Wait, what's going on with Hinam too? They're not really doing much either.
And on, let's see what they got here. They haven't expanded south, but they've done okay north. But yeah, they're still missing 2 of their cap circle, and then Femoria is pushing up on them.
Yeah, this looks a little slow.
That's 11 by 9.
Yeah, you can see him
It's
here.
not fast, but it's not game over.
Like that. This is kind of a crazy one. Arco being down here is pretty unheard of. And look at TNN just like out of the blue, bam! Here comes the shipwreckers. Watch Vanheim without shipwreckers. They're graph inverts.
Yeah, TNN cut back up to Yomi. Pangea's is leading the way. But yeah, Agartha rushed to the bottom there.
Yeah,
Look at poor little Omni.
that's the thing is like when nations like get this far behind, it's hard to even like play in the game.
You know, if you don't have a good expansion, you're relegated to playing like a second class citizen for the next 30 turns, which is like the most boring 30 turns of the game as well. It's rough.
Just desperate attempts at first war vultures.
Yeah. Because it is, look at the charts. Forts, still no second forts up yet. Turn 9, we might start seeing a fort or two coming up if someone decided to do a really early fort. Income, yeah, Pangea is the top of it here. It's pretty much mirroring the province charts. Gem income, look at that event that Helheim got.
Jeez. Yeah, you bought a hoard of gems for 1 gold. It was 40 gems.
So yeah, like paid for the price that God intended. Blood, no one's doing blood. Research. Oh, this is interesting. Look, the research one has Yomi and Kalem all the way at the top.
Yeah, Kalem, Salem, whatever we want to call it.
I think I go back and forth, whichever one feels right for the moment.
They needed it for those thugs.
Kings, yeah.
And so does Yomi, you know.
I guess it makes sense that the 2 thugging expanders have the highest research.
Yeah.
That Pangea magic, though.
White Centaur magic.
Yeah, I cast White Centaur.
Army size, a little bit irrelevant, but...
Yeah. Pangea has a bunch of stuff. Agartha has a bunch. Oh, yeah, see, Agartha has a bunch of probably like pale ones, which, unless they're defenders with a hull, don't really matter. Wait, this is early age. They don't have defenders with a hull. What do they have? I forget.
Ohms?
They have the Cavern Guards, which are not as good, but they're okay.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Well, the thing is, I like early Agartha a lot, but it really depends on how many drip caverns they got, and they only got 1 drip cavern. So they got kind of roughed up by this map for sure.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna be able to do anything with this expansion issue.
The nice thing is that as long as you get some forts down, you can at least still recruit your other sacreds as Agartha. They're just not as good as the Olms.
And it's crazy. Look at how many indies are still on the map, man. There's a lot
on the surface, but none of them are available to Agartha.
Oh no! Look! We got this one, and this one. They got 2. They're slacking, man. I'm joking.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's still a bunch of pile between FOMO, TNN, Kalem, Helheim, and Hinam.
There's indies everywhere here.
Below Femoria, there's still a giant pile between them and Yomi.
I mean,
maybe they made a deal. Maybe they like agreed to like not expand that hard against to each other, and they like predetermined some of this stuff. I don't know.
Could almost draw like a line across this whole thing. Okay, ready for the next?
Yeah, I think so. Nothing. Look at here. All right, let's look at the next one. Turn 9.
I think we're on 10 now.
Turn 10.
Oh, yes, that's what I want to see. Fight, people, fight.
I'm still pulling it up on. Two messengers from Hinam. I have a nap with Yomi and Tiden's Bless.
Ha, nap.
I'm certain all of these plans will fail. That's the attitude. I love it. Message from Russ. Oh, I have sad news for you. You're so excited about that.
Man, I was about to like start getting all amped up, but at least he explained that instead of me embarrassing myself. All right,
Let's look at God's Tomb Mountains. That was nothing special at all. In fact, it's kind of funny. Land Pristine, going to click on it. Some regular expansion. Witherlands, more regular expansion. Valkyrie's doing well.
It's been so long since I've seen Russ doing things on here.
So there was a bump on Witherlands. Let's watch it. I haven't clicked on it, so let's see what it is.
Yes, this is the one I wanted to watch.
Some Valkyries versus Dione. Oh, but that's unholy as well on those Valkyries. This might actually go for Helheim.
Yeah, I think that Doug's done. What's going on?
They cleared the wolves.
Yeah.
I think Doug's gonna die. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big dead. Yeah, some Valkyries, dude. They're especially that unholy that makes them just suddenly like obliterating even the sacreds.
Well, yeah. I mean, one sacred versus 6 dudes with unholy. Like he's mush.
That's what I mean. Like they're doing well with unholy already. It's a good package.
Yeah.
All right. Cloudcap Spires. Just more Helheim regular expansion. Totally fine. Shadowland, more Valkyrie expansion. Yeah, I mean, these are some good expansions. I like it a lot.
Is Helheim your go-to right now?
I think I'm rooting for Helheim. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I think it's Maps. Maps, you've got a fan.
Is it Maps? I don't even know who's playing who at the moment.
I'm still on Team Yomi right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me who I think is going to win right now, Yomi would be in that short list. But I like what Helheim's cooking. Silver Wall, more giants, smashy, small people.
Why are there so many giants expanding?
I feel like 23 giants may be a little overkill. You could probably split those up into smaller parties, but I guess zero attrition.
Just maybe. All right,
Realm of Silence, more of the shipbreakers. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at Silver Wall fast because I feel like the amount of giants is overkill.
What do you mean you think? It completely is. Who needs 23 Raphites? Then again, he might be beelining to a cap.
Oh yeah, we should look at where that is when we start looking at these. All right, Hysteria. Yep, elves doing elf things where one takes on 50. Spring Spires, Van Heers, mulching, Might March, Tuathos, Tuathing.
Tuathing. No, but they lost.
Oh shit, you're totally right. I missed that. I just assumed they won.
They thought they were Tuathing, but then they took it's the Slingers, man. The Slingers from hell.
Yeah. Only one, I guess they HP routed from the Furblog Warriors, but that was only 6 out of 16. Maybe the Slingers just did enough damage.
So giants have fear of the flood. I think elves have fear of the rock. It's just popping all the glam.
Yeah, they're already morale routed. By turn 11, they're already early running.
Is
Swingers
this
are
like
tough.
giving me hope for McClan? Like in the back of my mind? So
Clan has a chance just to recruit more swingers.
we've got to really like look at this though. With TNN, they've had 3, I think, fail expansions so far, but they're still coming back because they could output parties quick enough.
Yeah, they had 5 expansions last turn, and they had 1, 2, 3, 4 this turn. So even with 1 failing out of 4 at this point, it doesn't really matter all that much. You're already good. You're just trying to push for that extra last few turns of expansion.
Especially because they had all those extra indies down below them.
Yep.
All right, this is the
This is a disappointing one. There's nothing there. Chud Warriors.
Pannonia.
Anomia. Um, 90 Barbarians is not easy to do, especially when you have a bunch of like big HP guys that will get chunked up. But yeah, they did fine.
Yeah, it's again, look at this chart. How many expansions do we have from Agartha?
I think that was the surface one, so that they did manage some more surface expansion.
Okay, all right, that's important.
That makes a big difference because that one also has access to a throne and another. It's a bone tribe, but at least it's surface positioning, which is important for them.
They've got access to Salem's cap. The Agartha has gotten underground and next to your cap before you've gotten your cap circle.
That's actually pretty funny. Agartha's actually going for a beeline early cap. Sinkhole Swamp. Oh no, we should watch this one.
No, don't tell me the team I'm rooting for loses a Dio. Oh, he's gonna get cursed.
Did he cast anything? Stone Skin and Temper Armors? I thought he had Iron Skin. Oh no, that's the Eagle Kings. I think it's just a full wraparound with the Lizard Warriors. They hit pretty hard.
Where's Curse? Is there no?
I mean, it didn't need it. Take a look.
Whoa. Why do you... What? Hang on, I'm...
So on turn 12, he's still alive.
What happened?
On turn 13, he has 4 hit points. Yeah, turn 14 is when he dies.
What?
Round 14.
How did that happen so quick at the end?
He only had like 4 hit points. He went from 4 to 9 with 1 turn of region and then got killed. It looks like they hit the spirit.
That's what I'm super confused.
The spirit in the leg, but like none of them triggered ethereal.
What the hell?
Yeah, if you look at the battle log, Oni Spirit in the leg for 9 damage, no ethereal. Bite for 4 damage, no ethereal. Trident for 11 damage, no ethereal. 6 damage, increased to 13 ethereal, no ethereal. You're right. That's like 7 attacks in a row with the ethereal didn't trigger.
Yeah, did something go on weird here that
5 attacks in a row that should not have passed through ethereal.
Yeah. Huh. So that's why I was so shocked, because I didn't even see its spirit form and they don't have magic weapons.
Yeah, I was expecting it to hit spirit form and then it just went away.
Huh. I honestly don't know if that was a bug or just incredibly bad luck.
So, yeah, terrible luck to get 5 in a row.
And like he should be regenning through that. So, huh?
How many hit points does the spirit version of them have?
I thought it had quite a bit, but I'm not sure. I would need to check. And that battle, it goes so quick when it dies. I can't check on that.
I tried to click on it really fast. Let me just check on Inspector. That's surprising. That cleared out really fast.
Ooh, TNN just took on Shades and won with only 7.
The Oni Spirit has 25 hit points, 0 protection, but it has 25 with the Ethereal. And what is the bless there again?
It's like Fortitude, so that should apply. I can't remember all of it right now. I think regen.
Fortitude, regen. Regen should still work because it's not inanimate. Does Spirit Form block regen?
I thought. I don't think it does. No. Man, I'm just watching freaking TNN embarrass Agartha with their sacreds right now, and
I didn't click on Shade Lords. Yeah, the magic weapons just make that not a problem whatsoever.
well, that and the Prophet is just blasting them, and this is normally like an expansion province from hell in the underground.
Yeah, Shade Lord plus a bunch of shades. TNN has the perfect answer to it, which would otherwise be impossible to get through.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, I'm trying to watch this battle in slow mo with the Dione to see what happens.
Okay, I clicked through the rest of the turns. There's nothing else.
Okay, so I managed to click on the Dione. Yeah, I mean, it has 25 hit points. It still gets the 5 prot from a hard skin. Still has regen, still has fear, has ever resistance. Yeah, I think it just got super fucked.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like that many attacks without triggering ethereal is like what? So I'm willing to say like, okay, yeah, maybe it's like a 1 in 1,000 unlucky scenario, and he could take that little gold star with him with his dead Dione.
Yeah, I'll do the math later, but let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks in a row that did not trigger ethereal. And it's actually every attack that he took since becoming the Oni Spirit.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, that seems really unlikely. But oh well.
Okay, sorry. The rest ones.
I already looked at the rest of them. There was nothing other than the TNN. So I'm on the map right now.
Okay, let's take a look. We want to take a look at. Okay, so Gartha is closest to Kalem's capital. Femoria has gotten that little land bridge. Who fought in Sinkhole Swamp? Who lost there? Sinkhole Swamp. Oh, that was the Dione one. Interesting. That actually helps Femoria out a lot because that lets Femoria keep extending forward.
Yeah, and they're probably not going to push forward anymore, having lost to Dione. God, that's brutal.
Russ expanded right there towards the Dione. Oh, they got a fort. Oh, they got an event. They got an event, a site fort, the Dragonian Wall on 173.
Where?
173.
Shoot, what was the shortcut for
Plus
looking up?
G.
Ooh, okay. Losing a Dione was pretty bad, but things are okay.
Getting a free castle. That's pretty good.
That's like insanely.
And it's not a terrible land. 165 resources, 170 recruitment points. That's like completely usable.
Yeah.
It's also mountains, so they get their bonuses to that as well.
That's great, especially for a nation that is probably struggling with income right now.
Yeah, that's huge. I'm sure Russ saw that and is like, what the fuck? You know what? That Dione that's right there was probably site searching this turn.
Yeah, site searching early is so important, in my opinion. Because getting
Especially
something
Earth
like this,
searchers, because
it just
those
changes.
forts are game changers.
Yep.
Like turn 10 fort, we were saying already that Yomi's like probably in contention for winning. That fort makes me think even more. That's just such a huge tempo swing.
Yeah, that's a really
And
big
now,
one.
and everyone by 1,400 gold at least, and several turns.
Downside is they lost that Dione, but really getting a fort in the scope of things is like incomparable.
Yeah, I would trade that Dione for a fort any day.
Yeah. Let's see these score graphs. Where are we at? Look at TNN.
I'm sure they started that turn looking at it and being like, oh, this turn sucked. And then by it being like, you know what? That's fine.
Look at that. TNN, despite having those failures, is pushing to the top.
Yeah. And Helheim, top of the list, those Valkyries.
They're going to push past Pangea.
Pangea plateaued there. I wonder if they're spending more. Did they run out of places to expand to?
I think they're preparing for war.
Yeah, they have a couple, but they're by the. Actually, they have plenty of left to expand to, but I think you're right. I think they're just getting ready for actual fighting, or they're probably saving gold to plop up forts.
Well, I think Pangea. I don't think we could see their stealth units. I think they're stealthed on Salem.
Oh, huh.
Like I'm guessing they're probably like one province away from the cap. Maybe they have like 4 armies or so getting ready.
Okay, so we'll see you soon. Income. Okay, same.
Oh, I was hopping
research.
to turn 11 already.
Oh, okay, I go for it. Oh, that army size though. Jeez. Okay.
Oh man. There's not a single message. There's not a single player versus player fight on this one.
Someone mentioning that they were trying to get stuff in before the first year turn at the very end. So I think we'll see some stuff, at least in the last 2 turns.
Do you have turn 11 open?
Pulling it up right now. All right, first mess. Oh, no messages at all. You're right. Mighty Pillars. Go ahead and click on it. Just more Valkyrie expansion, doing quite well.
Okay.
The halls. Go ahead and click on it. Agartha, just expanding into those tough ones, but needing a lot more than TNN to do it.
All right.
But at least they have magic weapons, so that makes that not impossible.
Yep.
Troll Peaks, go ahead and click on it. Just, oh yeah, I mean, Amazons aren't super tough, and the Chud Warriors are good. Might Marsh, Pangea, not Pangea, sorry, I meant to say, Midclon did not succeed this time.
You mean TNN?
No, Midclon.
No, TNN.
Neeful. Go click on it. Just Nemedians, elves. I haven't seen them using Nemedians before. This is up until this point.
Yeah, I know. Finally saw them come out.
Sinkhole Swamp, unmarked. Yep, just killing a bunch of lizard warriors. Their attack values are probably making them repel all the lizard warrior attacks. Clydeck Highlands, regular expansion. Mountains of Evernight was a ping, so another throne being looked at. Our match is another throne ping. Everyone's getting ready to look at take thrones.
Ooh, this is a nastier look.
Those Vine Ogres, 60 of them. Range of Light is more big stacks of giants.
Just the same. Oh no, this is a different stack.
Different stack, but still another big stack of giants. Chamber underneath. Some more losses, but they're still going strong. The shipwreckers are, legendary at this point.
Yeah, just success after success.
Binofi? Binofe. Go and click on it. Just regular expansion. The below, same thing, regular expansion. But is that a cave? Does that mean is TNN expanding into caves?
Yeah.
Oh, a cave, but it is not Argotha caves.
Yeah, they got into the caves.
Boreal, just regular expansion. Impassable mountains seem to be quite passable. Van Heerses and Van Heers did just fine. Worldwide event, +1 drain. And then Might Marsh event did totally fine. And so nothing really happened. It's kind of just whatever turn in terms of like excitement.
Next.
Yep.
All right, come on. This is turn 12. It's got to be exciting. Okay, there we go. That's a little better.
Blowing it up. All right, let's see. Okay, so more messages and a bunch more fights. Oh, a lot of player fights this time too. Okay, all right, let's start up here.
Okay. Arco.
Ready for war. Other riders been on. Okay, so change towards Arco. Gartha. This did not turn out as planned. Oh shit. That's a lot of pop loss in your cap. Maybe you played a pop Guild Nation.
That's brutal. Got the bad events too.
Yeah, I mean, at least they're aware of it.
Hey, Yomi, you didn't even mention your freaking awesome fort you found.
Maybe it's like funny if they didn't even notice. Yeah, it was really bad. Oh, he mentioned it. I got a free castle. He was right there.
Oh, I missed it.
Feeling a bit small at the moment, Yomi. Come on. Okay, Helheim. I'm apparently in a war with Rust, ready to backstab Pan. Love the rumor mill. Yeah, maps is Helheim. Russ.
We are like super desynced with our reading these messages.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it sounds like you just have a habit of attacking players then. Okay, got bear summoning up online. All right, let's watch the first one. Marionted. I don't know what happened, but let's actually just watch it because it's a player versus player.
All right, dude.
Okay, we got a pile of harpies versus PD, but an Eagle King. I know who's going to win this one.
Oh, accidental Eagle King. Okay. Well, I don't think the harpies are going to win.
There's no way.
Otherwise, they could see how they would have beaten the PD with the snipe right there, but then That Eagle King actually totally saved it.
Yep. Both PD immediately died. That would have been fine without the Eagle King. I wonder if the Eagle King was just site searching.
Yeah, not sure.
Obsidian Waste was just a ping against the those bone tribe we talked about last turn. All right, Femoria, a handful of attacks. Oh, another ping towards the throne. And Laura Borgo is regular expansion. Laura Boro.
Just keep going. Don't worry about it.
Mudwater Caves, regular expansion, did just fine with some mercs. Black Alps, the big pile of giants, shut up again.
There you go.
Since everyone's pinging these caves, these thrones right now. Pantocrator's Bounty, the other stack of giants did just fine. Keisha is with player combat, but it's just raiding. So it's okay. Okay. So Pan is just attacking Calum, and one of the two raiding parties that hit, the first one happened at Eagle King, but the second one did not.
Oh, so they got the right snipe then. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm really glad. It's funny coming from Amoria because he loves to play Salem, so here we are seeing Harpies. But I really think it's huge that this nation has such easy access to spammable raiding flyers. Because normally getting them is really a pain as a nation that isn't already like a nation with innate flyers and all of that stuff. So the fact you could sprinkle them around, use them for raiding, it's really cool.
But also they're stealthy, so you can get them out.
All right, what's Agenor like?
Agenor, a ping. Weird to ping with a Vanhurst, but okay. Broliar, let's go and watch it because it's player versus player. But it looks like it's just basic rating.
Yeah, no, this isn't. I want to peek at Agenor just to make sure that it's not like a crazy ass like thug attack.
Oh no! It immediately ran away.
Yeah, so Russ just walked in.
Okay, Fever Fens, regular expansion, no big deal. Bandit Hills, another ping of a throne. And Kish, a real easy expansion, nothing worth looking at. Eagles Reach Mountain, that was a failure of an expansion from Arco, but nothing super interesting to watch, I think. It looks like
just a when Lord died.
Lord died and routed everything else, yeah. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens. Did the Windlord go in before the rest of them?
Well, it kind of tends to happen every time.
Oh no, the Windlord got left behind.
Oh, he stayed a little too long. Yeah, he's done.
Rough. The Nether was a expansion that went into a bump. Let's see. Okay, the first one was clearly won by the Tuatha. Let's watch the second one. That's TNN fighting Van.
Uh-oh.
I think Van's going to win this one. They just have too many Van Heres there.
Yeah, I think Van is going to mulch them.
Who's got the better bless here? Oh, Van's not even blessed, actually. Yeah, but they're still Van.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right. Not even a bless. Oh, elves. TNN's having a rough go at this, despite like making that comeback. Like, they're still they're still expanding though. So it's like it's not really a rough go. It's just that they keep pushing forward and forward and forward.
He's just pushing like at the boundaries, which means you're gonna have a lot more failures, but you also end up generally getting a lot more out of it.
Yep.
Like much more acceptable losses. Een Ermal, click on it. Just some regular expansion. Caves of Madness, Valkyries, but it's Zots, so easy peasy. Silver Fangs, White Centaurs just destroying everything. Doing more Wind Riders, destroying everything. Azamar's another Throne Ping. Asherton's another Dione Thug. Just
It's a
fine.
nasty throne.
Smother Dark. They finally got those Trogs.
Revenge.
Omni got 2 free Death Gems. Independence attacked Helheim, but did just fine. Oh, I forget that Helheim PD has province of Vanhears. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
Any unit that gets like a mage, like a good mage as PD for first PD1 is always very fun.
It's
Nothing special. Our troops are being killed in Barren Crags by a site. There's some unholy killing site there.
Hey, stop it, TNN. We're gonna declare war.
I guess if by now they haven't found it, like at turn 40, then there you go. There's a site there that kills undead things.
So since we're on turn 12, let's get a last picture of what the map's looking like, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. Starting at the top. Let's start by FOMO because there was a bunch of indies there. Where are you? So there's still more indies, but FOMO's filled in a decent amount. FOMO's filled in most of it. Yomi got kind of caught by that Dione loss.
Well, and they've still got room because they've got all this ocean stuff next to them.
Yeah, there's 3 there that they're going to get with pretty much no contest.
And they're in the middle of the pack right now. So, that's a good place. That'll put them a little bit higher.
Yomi's still pretty huge. And that second castle is just so nice to have.
Yeah, Yomi's looking good. They slowed down, though, quite considerably these last few turns.
Yeah, they did.
And it's really given TNN just enough room to make a complete comeback. Not from Yomi so much, just in general. I was making that comment.
I was gonna say, they're nowhere near each other.
Yeah.
Look at TNN. Yeah, they've got a healthy border around them in every direction, like 2 deep everywhere, 3 deep in most locations.
Well, look down here, though, too. In the caves, they've got 3 cave provinces. No. They've got freaking 5.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. There's this tunnel here. Where does the other side go up to? Against Van. He has 2 fronts against Van in the caves.
Oh, look, they're sharing a heart.
Yeah, are Tina and Vanheim going to war? I'm going to assume they are.
I have a feeling TNN is going to deal with some potential scuffles with people who didn't expand quite as well.
Oh, dude, look at Province 146. You're saying where are the White Centaur? There are the White Centaur.
Yeah, they're. Oh man, this is gonna be brutal for Salem.
I think that's going to march directly towards Salem. I do remember someone mentioning that there was a big war happening immediately after the first turn 12, so maybe that's what they're talking about.
Russ is spamming bears.
Yeah, they got the tech last turn according to the message, and there's a lot of bears. What is Russ's bless again? Russ, where are you, Russ? Shock resistance, fire resistance, blood surge, righteous wrath larger. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it's okay. Blood surge, righteous wrath is a bunch of stats. Larger is okay on the bears. It's not as scary as I was worried it was going to be. It's still a lot of bears.
It lacks magic weapons.
Okay, let's see. From this snapshot at the end of turn 12, how do we feel about everything? Yomi is not as top dog as it was feeling a couple of turns ago, but they're still doing fine. Van seems to have a very healthy expansion and lands, and expanding underwater. Calum, I don't see them turning around with this. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lands by turn 12. 13, one underground. Sorry, 11. But that's not a good start,
It's the
especially
cap
with that stack
circle.
of Centaur.
It's they're so out of position for a war right now. They're lacking half their cap circle and they're getting attacked.
Yeah, and I don't think those Hero Kings are going to do very well against that many White Centaur.
Even if they do, I mean, the other half of his map is going to erode because he went so far south and he's going to have to move back north just to fight them.
Yeah, that like Far Sierra Mountain and the cave below it is just giving up territory in order to defend.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Okay, Pangea. Pangea is also doing in a good spot. Pangea and Vanheim actually have pretty similar kind of situations right now, and they're some of the stronger nations, I think, at least at the moment.
Yeah, they're in a pretty good spot.
Did one of them say they wanted to fight each other, but then decided not to? I forgot who said that.
Let's see. In terms of forts, Yomi and Pan are the only ones with a fort at the moment.
I wonder, did Pan cast it or build it? Which port do they have? They have a Bramble Fort, yeah, so they casted it. The only two forts we have right now are from an event and from a spell.
Yeah, I like spamming forts with spells early on. That was one of my go-tos with Oceania as well.
Yeah, if you have access to it, it's such a good way to get ahead.
Yeah,
income-wise, TNN, Vanheim, Pan at the top, also Femoria. Yomi's there at the bottom. Those scales are rough.
Oh, you're looking at the graphs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is tricky. I'm thinking Van and Pan are in a really good place. I still think Yomi's doing good and TNN. So TNN, Van, Pan, and Yomi, I think are ahead of the pack right now.
Yeah, Yomi still. I mean, the thing about Yomi on that free castle is Yomi has no gold, so a free fort is even bigger for them. So this is a little misleading because they already don't have any gold anyways. But that free castle is just such a big boon.
Yep. Here comes the bear.
No, but research. Yomi and Calum are still at the top of the list. I don't think Calum's going to be able to capitalize it with the White Centaur, but Yomi's going to be fine.
Oh my god, look at Pan.
Pangea.
They're keeping up with Omni, yeah.
Which means no research, because how do we have any research?
Well, yeah, I think between those four nations, Yomi, Pan, Van, TNN, they're very different in their approaches to pushing forward and winning, like obviously on the graphs and their means of expansion. But I think those four are doing pretty good. I'm a little iffy on Van. We will see. Just because we see their research kind of down here, and I don't see them preparing yet to take out a player. Did I miss a message that they were going to go to war or they're preparing to elf a player?
No, but it doesn't mean it's not happening.
True. It's just, I think maybe this is kind of biased, but I think maybe they were looking good because of what the shipwreckers were doing with their expansion. I'm unsure if they've got their war target in alignment right now, and it might just be because they're not really talking to us. But that's what I'm kind of iffy on. Like Pan, there's clearly going to be something going down. TNN, there. What was that?
So I'm looking at Van's cap, and they're actually not that close to anyone else's cap. Arco is probably the closest. That's still through a mountain and a waste. Pangea is the next through several forests and swamps. Russ is not too far away, but it's through that ocean that they have sailing for, right? Van has sailing, I believe, right?
What was that?
Van has sailing, right? I forget.
Yeah.
So they go over that ocean, but that's 2, 3, 4 away from Russ. And away from me, I guess Russ is their best chance for it. But I was going to say, if you look at Russ's army chart, you can see that bear spike. It is pretty huge.
Yeah, if I was Van, I would start considering flattening either Russ or especially Arco. I think they would have a good time with Arco.
I think the best bet right now would be Arco, yeah.
But I'm not hearing anything, and I'm not really seeing mobilization, but it's hard to tell with elves, you know. But like there's indies over here, so I think if he was interested, he would have expanded into these indies already. It could be that he's going, or even crazier, Yomi, but I don't think he'd be doing that. So I'm kind of wondering if Van is gonna have to play backseat for a while.
I guess we're going to find out in the next one. These last few turns was just kind of building up. I think year 2 is going to be kind of explosive, seeing everything that's setting up right now.
Yeah, let's see. It's turn 12, and by now I'm used to seeing all the indies filled out, and we're seeing first wars begin to occur before indies are even filled in, which
we've been talking about that. Like that seems to be a trend happening in Dominion 6 compared to Dominions 5. I would never see 5s really wars happening until the map was cleared up, but nowadays people are fighting like throwing hands real early.
And it's interesting too because it's not like earlier. It's just that the indies are harder to clear by turn 12, I think.
Yeah, that's probably a valid interpretation of it.
We can see over here it's pretty filled in between these guys. Okay, well, I think that covers those turns. I don't really have much else to add than that. It was kind of just seeing a lot of wrapping up of expansion and some light bumps here and there, the initialization of what might be a pretty cool war. So I'm looking forward to those.
Yeah, me too. I think this is just setting up for the next year. Thankfully, what are we at in the game right now? I think it's currently turn 42. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh, 43. So turn 48 would be when we release year 2. So we should probably actually get started on doing year 2 ahead of time. So by the time 48 rolls around, we can just go ahead and publish it immediately.
Yep, I agree.
All right, well, thanks everyone for tuning in for the second half. Sorry, it was, I'm not sorry. It was just a little bit of setup, so it was nothing super huge right now. But I get the feeling next year we're going to see a lot of big fights. So I'm looking forward to that. And any final thoughts, Erasmus?
No, that's pretty much the same thing I was thinking. All right.
All right. Well,
Adios, you guys.
See you.